Shalom, shalom. All praises to the Most High and His only begotten Son. I'm Brother Josiah here with the Watchman 144, and today's study is called The Beast from the Sea, Part 1. Let's get straight to it. So the first verse we will be going to is Revelations chapter 13, verse 1. And it reads, "And I stood upon the sand of the sea, and I saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads, 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy." So John the Revelator sees a beast coming out of the sea. Let's go see, what does the sea represent, right? Let's get a scripture that's going to tell us what does the sea represent. Let's get Revelations chapter 17, verse 15. And it reads, "And he saith unto me, The waters which thou sawest, where the whore sits, are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues." So according to the book of Revelations, right, that water represents 4 people, multitudes, nations, and tongues. So John seen the beast come up out of the nations. So let's go get another verse. Let's get Revelations chapter 17, verse 12 and 13. And it reads, "And the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings, which have received no kingdom as yet, but receive power as kings 1 hour with the beast. These have one mind, and shall give their power and strength unto the beast." So the 10 horns that's on the beast are going to give their power and their strength unto the beast. And these 10 horns, which are 10 nations, 10 kingdoms, are going to come together and give all their power to the beast. Could it be that the sea that the beast comes up out of is actually the 10 horn nations that's a part of this beast? Because it says that the waters are nations. What are the 10 horns? These are 10 kingdoms, which are 10 nations. And these 10 nations come together and give their power to the beast. If the country has resources, grain, gold, silver, whatever these 10 countries are known for, they're going to give their power to the beast, which is going to form one big nation, right? A conglomerate of nations coming together to form one big nation. Let's get the next verse. This is Daniel chapter 7, verse 8. And it reads, "I considered the horns, and behold, there came up among them another little horn, before whom there were 3 of the first horns plucked up by the roots. And behold, in this horn were the eyes like the eyes of man, and a mouth speaking great things." The prophet Daniel says, "I considered the horns, and behold, there came up among them another little horn." These 10 horns are going to bring forth the little horn. So this is why the beast comes up out of the sea, which means this beast is going to come up out of 10 nations, because these 10 nations are going to come together and give their power unto the beast. Let's get the next verse. Now let's go back to Revelations 13, and let's finish off the second part of verse 1. And it reads, "And I stood upon the sand of the sea, and I saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy." So now the same beast that comes out of the sea, 7 heads and 10 horns, right? What does the heads represent? Let's get a verse. Let's get 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 3. And it reads, "But I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Christ is God." So it says the head of every man is Christ. So what does that mean? So if we go into the Strong Concordance and look up G2776, and I'm looking up this in the Mounts Bible Dictionary, let's see what it says. So it says the head top, the head of the corner, the chief cornerstone, the head, superior, chief, principal, one to whom others are subordinate. So this head in this particular verse means a chief, like a king or a leader. This same G2776 is used in Revelations 13 and 1. It's the same 7 heads that's mentioned in Revelations chapter 17. What does a mountain mean? A mountain is a kingdom. So a head means a king, or represents for 7 empires. Now, what does the 10 horns mean? Let's get a verse. Let's get Revelation chapter 17, verse 12. And it reads, "And the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings, which have received no kingdom as yet, but receive power as kings 1 hour with the beast." So the scripture tells us that the 10 horns are 10 kings. These are the same 10 kings, the same 10 nations. They're going to give their power to the beast. So let's get the next verse. Let's get Revelation chapter 13, verse 2. And it reads, "And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet were as the feet of a bear, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion. And the dragon gave him his power, his seat, and great authority." So John the Revelator says, the beast which I saw was like a leopard, and his feet was as the feet of a bear, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion. So when it says the beast which I saw was like a leopard, where in the scriptures can we find the leopard and the meaning to this leopard? Let's get a verse. Let's get Daniel's chapter 7, verse 6. And it reads, "After this I beheld, and lo, another like a leopard, which had upon the back of it 4 wings of a fowl. And the beast had also 4 heads, and dominion was given to it." So we know that this leopard in the book of Daniel represents for the Macedonian Empire, the 4 generals of Alexander the Great. Well, why am I saying just the 4 generals? Because it said it had 4 heads, which stand for the 4 generals of Alexander the Great. And then it said it has 4 wings. What does the wings stand for? The territories in which these generals ruled. They ruled in 4 directions. They ruled in Egypt, they ruled in Greece, they ruled in the area of Turkey, and they ruled the Mesopotamia, Persia area. These are the 4 wings, the 4 dominions of the 4 heads. Well, now we know that that leopard represents for the Macedonian Empire. Let's get another verse. So this is Revelations 13 and 2. And it reads, "And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet was as a feet of a bear." Now let's stop right there. Once again, where can we go find the bear? Let's get Daniel's chapter 7, verse 5. And it reads, "And behold, another beast, a second like to a bear, and it raised itself up on one side, and it had 3 ribs in the mouth of it between the teeth of it. And they said thus unto it, Arise and devour much flesh." Now we know that this bear represents for the Medes and Persians. So now when we go back to Revelation 13 and 2, it tells you that this beast had the feet of a bear. So we know that the bear represents for the Medes and Persians. So now let's go back to Revelations 13 and 2. Let's finish it off. So this is Revelations 13 and 2, and it reads, "And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet was as the feet of a bear, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion." So it said that this beast had the body of a leopard, the feet of a bear, and the mouth of a lion. Let's go see who this lion is. Let's get Daniel's chapter 7, verse 4. And it reads, "The first was like a lion, and had eagle's wings. I beheld until the wings thereof were plucked, and it was lifted up from the earth, and made to stand upon the feet as a man, and a man's heart was given to it." Now we know that this lion is speaking of Nebuchadnezzar's Babylon. So let me ask you this. Why in the book of Revelation is John describing the 4th beast as having a body of a leopard, the feet of a bear, and a mouth of a lion? The symbol of these animals are only found in one place, and that is in the book of Daniel, chapter 7. So if we know that in the book of Daniel that the lion is Babylon, that the leopard is Greece, and the bear is Medes and Persia, John the Revelator is telling us that this beast is a composite of all the previous beasts that came before it. Why do we see the leopard, the bear, and the lion a part of the 4th beast? Because remember, John saw this beast coming up out of the sea. This is the beast with the 7 heads and 10 horns. This beast has a body of a leopard, The feet of the bear, mouth of a lion. The leopard does not represent for the Roman Empire. The bear does not represent for the Roman Empire. And the lion does not represent for the Roman Empire. Some people would say, well, the Roman Empire conquered Greece, so this is why we think it's the fourth beast. But if you look at the Roman Empire map, if Rome conquered Greece, why didn't Rome take over the territories of the Grecian Empire? If Rome conquered Greece, then we should find Roman maps looking like this today. Look at that map. Look at that. We know that map right there that we're showing is a fantasy. And if the Roman Empire conquered Greece, like how history tells us, why didn't the Roman Empire take over all the territory of the Grecians? Why didn't the Roman Empire territory stretch through Parthia and into India up by the Bactrian kingdom? The reason why this fourth beast has body parts of the previous beast before it, because the scriptures tells us that the fourth beast is going to go to war with all the previous beasts that came before it. Let's get some scriptures on that. Let's get Daniel's chapter 2, verse 40. And it reads, "And the fourth kingdom shall be strong as iron, for as much as iron breaks in pieces and subdue all things, and as iron that breaks all these, shall it break in pieces and bruise." Now, when it says, as iron that breaks all these, what are the these that is speaking about? The these are speaking of the previous kingdoms that came before it. How do we know that? Let's read Daniel's chapter 2, verse 40 in the NLT Bible. And let's see what it says. And it reads, "Following that kingdom, there will be a fourth one, as strong as iron. That kingdom will smash and crush all previous empires, just as iron smashes and crushes everything it strikes." So the translators of the NLT Bible said that the fourth kingdom is going to crush all the previous empires that came before it. What were the previous empires? The leopard, the bear, and the lion. So let's get some more proof on this. Let's get another scripture. Let's get 2nd Esdras chapter 11, verse 39 to 40. And it reads, "Art not thou it that remains of the fourth beast, who I made to reign in my world, that the end of their times might come through them? And the fourth came and overcame all the beasts that were past, and had power over the world with great fearfulness, and over the whole compass of the earth with much wicked oppression. And so long time dwelt he upon the earth with deceit." So it says that the fourth, which is the fourth beast, overcame all the beasts that were past, meaning it fought and crushed the previous empires, just like Daniel's chapter 2, verse 40 says. Let's get the next verse. Let's get Daniel's chapter 2, verse 35. And it reads, "Then was the iron, the clay, the brass, the silver, and the gold broken to pieces together, and became like the chaff of the summer threshing floors. And the wind carried them away, that no place was found for them. And the stone that smote the image became a great mountain and filled the whole earth." So the scripture says that the iron, the clay, brass, the silver, and the gold were broken to pieces together. Meaning when the rock hits the feet, that the gold and the silver and the brass will be broken once the stone hit the feet. Now I have a question. If the Babylonian Empire fell in 539 BC, how is the gold going to be broken in the end days when Christ come back? If the silver, which is Medes and Persian, how is the silver going to be broken during the end days? And if Greece fell in 168 BC, how is the brass going to be broken in the end days? These kingdoms had already failed, which means they're already broken. So how are they being broken with the iron and the clay? The scripture says that the iron, the clay, and the brass and the silver and the gold will be broken to pieces together, meaning all at once. Let's get the last scripture. Let's get Revelations chapter 13, verse 2. And it reads, And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet were as the feet of a bear, and his mouth as the mouth of the lion. And the dragon gave him his power, his seat, and great authority. Now it says that the fourth beast, which is the beast that comes up out of the sea, has a body like a leopard, brass, has the feet of a bear, silver, and has the mouth of a lion. And that's Babylon. The fourth beast consists of the empires that came before it. Why is that? Because the fourth beast is going to go to war or conquer and take over the previous empires that came before it. So that means that cannot be the Roman Empire. So who is the beast? What is the beast? The beast comes out of 10 nations, and these 10 nations shall give their power unto the beast. The scripture said that the beast has a body like a leopard, the feet of a bear, and the mouth of a lion, showing you that this beast consists of the previous empires that came before it. I'm Brother Josiah here with the Watchman 144. We just got done with the study, The Beast from the Sea, Part 1. But Godspeed, and I hope the Most High bless y'all, and I'll see y'all on the next one.